GW. This is graphical word chemistry. Today's topic is balancing of redox equations. When we talk about redox equations, it's a short form, RE. It's an abbreviation for reduction. While we have R, redox equation is reduction, while ox represent oxidation. So these are the two things we have to think about first. We have to know the meaning of reduction. Reduction is a process by which electron is gained. By which electron is gained, it means gaining of electrons plus E. While oxidation is loss of electrons. Any equation you are balanced and you have plus E, it might have an integer. You have plus E at the left hand side. It simply means a reduction half equation. While if we have negative minus E, it might have an integer here. It simply means an oxidation reaction. So let us take a look at this particular example, because without practical example, human brain is at zero. If you look at this particular redox equation, let us balance it and see what we mean. Assuming we have this Cr2O7 equation 1. Equation 2. If you look at this, you will see Cr means chromium ion, chromate ion, oxygen, that's letter O. Fe, ion 2, ion 3, chromate 3. This is heptaoxodichromate 6 ion. Heptaoxodichromate 6 ion. This is chromate 3 ion. Ion 2 ion. Ion 3 ion. Let us see how we balance this type of redox equation. We take the first one, equation 1, Roman figure 1. If you look at it, you will see, we say Cr2O7 if you look at it critically, you will see that there is an element present at the left hand side but is absent at the right hand side. In an illustration like this, you look at it very well. Where we have oxygen, and we do not have oxygen at the right hand side. At the left hand side that we have oxygen, add hydrogen ion there. Hydrogen ion to be added. If you look at this now, the way we've added it, you will see that we will now rewrite the equation before we balance it. Now see. All atoms are now present. Look at it critically. How many Cr do we have at the left hand side? We have 2. How many do we have at the right hand side? We have 1. Since we have 2 here, we have 1 here. The LCM of 2 and 1 is 2 under normal mathematics. Then the number to multiply 1 to give us 2 is 2. You put 2 here. Cr is now balanced. Let us see how many oxygen are here. 7. How many here? 1. The LCM of 7 and 1 is 7. And the number to multiply 1 to have 7 is 7. We had 7 here. We put 7 here. Multiply by 7. How many hydrogen here? 1. How many here? 2 times 7 is 14. Number to multiply 1 to have 14 is 14. We put 14 here. When we have done this equation is balanced. The atoms are balanced, but the ions are not balanced. How do we balance the ion? If you look at it very well, the way we balance the ion, you see the integer here is 1. 1 times minus 2 is minus 2 plus 14 times plus 1 is 14. Is 14. Over here, we have 2 times plus 3 is plus 6. When there is nothing here, if you look at this very well, you will see that there is no number here as a power. And whenever there is no number as a power, it simply means 0. 7 times 0, because there is no integer, there is no power here. You assume the ion to be 0. So here is 0. Now, if we add this together, minus 2 plus 14 is supposed to give us plus 12. And we have plus 6 here. If you look at this very well, you will see that we have 6 charges at the left, and we have 12 at the left, and we have 6 at the right. What number will be added to 12? Number to be added to 12 to give us plus 6 is going to be number to be added to 12 to give us plus 6, which is, let it be x equals to plus 6. Then we have x equals to plus 6. When plus 6 plus 12 goes to the left hand side, we are going to have minus 12. Minus 12. X equals to plus 6 minus 12 is minus 6. How do we write minus 6 in chemistry? It is in form of ions under Redox equation, minus 6. You have to remember, recall that E, or you call it E minus, is the same thing as minus 1. It simply represents minus 1. And if we are to represent 6 now, it's going to be minus 6 equals to minus, open bracket, 6E. 6E. This is how to represent. Now what we mean now is this. Because E alone is minus 1. Break down. plus 6 bracket E is the same thing as plus 6 bracket minus 1. If you multiply this, it's going to give you minus 6. If you multiply this, it's going to give you minus 6. Therefore, this will be added to the left hand side. We write the equation now. We come down. It becomes CR2O7 2 minus plus 14H plus 6E. It will give us plus 6E. It will give us 2CR3 plus 7H2O. This equation is balanced. If you look at it very well, 2CR at the left, 2CR at the 2CR at the left, 2CR at the right, 7H, 7O at the left, 7O at the right, 14H at the left, 14H at the right. Charges minus 2 plus 14, that is plus 12, plus 12 plus 6E, giving us minus plus 6. Here is also plus 6. That equation is balanced. Then we now think about the second equation, equation 2. In this equation, you see that the whole atoms are balanced, Fe, Fe. Only charges are not balanced. Here now, if you look at this, this first equation is plus E. Plus E, gaining, is a reduction reaction. Reduction, that's reduction. In this case, we look at it, Fe, Fe is balanced. Let's check the charges. The charges here is plus 2 at the left and plus 3 at the right. And if you look at it, what number will be added to plus 2 to give us plus 3? We say plus 2 plus x equals to plus 3. Then make x the subject. X equals to plus 3 minus 2. X equals to plus 1. How do we now write plus 1 in chemistry? A plus 1 in chemistry is this. We say plus 1 equals to minus E. Recall. E on its own equals to minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 bracket minus 1 equals to plus 1. We will now rewrite the equation. If we rewrite the equation, it becomes Fe 2 plus minus E, giving us Fe 3 plus. The equation is balanced because this is plus 2. Minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1. Plus 2 minus plus 2 plus 1 is plus 3. Now look at it. Because of this minus, this loss of electron is oxidation. The first one is redox.